Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to Building with Whip. Today we are going to be working on a more of a stable area right in this little bit right here. I went and got myself a horsey a little while back while I was getting some dirt, and I just happened to see him over there and had some stuff on me, so we went ahead and tamed him and brought him back here. Last episode we were working on that guy way over there, that sugarcane farm, which is looking freaking amazing if I do have to say so myself. I'm very proud of it. Thank you guys for all the positive responses to that episode, but we can come on up over here and check this guy out, and wow, it looks like an actual sugarcane plantation. I'm really happy about it. But anyways, that leads us into what the purpose of the stable is today. I want to be getting some llamas and some donkeys and some more horses in this area, just a few, so we can actually get some breeding going, and we can get some mules and whatnot, because donkeys, mules, and llamas and things, I feel like would be a lot of what they're going to be using to move goods around this area, like laying all the reeds on the back of a donkey or a mule or something and having them walk into market. Just a lot of the pictures I'm seeing of that, or not pictures, but like paintings and drawings and representations of like the ancient era, a lot of stuff is moved around by donkey or mule or something. So we're going to go ahead, and I don't have any... We want to do like a sandstone base for this guy, and then some like wood outcropping areas for the actual stables themselves, and a little pasture right along the water, more or less. But I don't have any sandstone on me, of course. I've never prepared for episodes. So we're going to go ahead and lay out the bottom right here real quick. But I want to have this little bench thing actually be right up against it. This area is probably going to be all sandstone over in here. And I'm gonna go get some sandstone real quick. Wait, we have our handy dandy ender chest with our handy dandy shulker box full of sandstone in it, because I was smart and made one. Yes, I was smart. Go me. Anyways, so we can come out over this way, and I'm thinking we go ahead and bring it all the way over here. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That makes that a little too skinny. I don't like that. Let's have it actually come right here to the edge of the water, because I want this to actually serve as part of the fence wall that we're going to have in here. Do I have shears on me? I do not. Bye, bush. Sorry. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's... I want it to be an odd number. It's okay. We'll be fine. We'll put a little bit of a fence right in here. So we got our odd number right there. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's do 5 there. And then we can bring them out this way. And that's how we can get that border. 1, 2, 3. Then that gives us a nice long area right here to put some stables and whatnot on. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it might just be 3. Yep, it's just gonna be 3, because I want to have this whole area. I don't want to have it too cramped on where we're putting all the horses and things, because I got a pretty cool idea of what I want to get going on here, which I hope works out pretty... Actually, we want to fill that in. The door is actually probably going to be right there. So what I want to do though is actually create a secondary wall right back here, and it's going to come up to a second floor, more or less, which is going to be above the barn area itself, I guess you could call it. But this guy right here, let's see how long it is. If we do 1, 2, take a break, and then 1, 2, we can have that horse staying right there. Do that, and we can do that. Let's even it out here, and we can have 2 on each side, so that's 4 across. That looks good right there. Okay, I slept real quick just so we don't deal with the night. And then, so we got this little bit right in here, which I think is gonna be pretty cool. And then I want to have a 2-wide entrance to it, and then we're gonna have a wooden bit over here, which we might actually... Let's go ahead and move this all kind of... We'll have 3 on this guy, and then this area back here can be a little bit of a storage section. So then we can bring this out 3, bring it over 2, then over 2, and over 2 more, and bring that guy out 3, So these are going to be some more stalls back in here. Let's go ahead and craft up some oak wood real quick, and we can just throw this down here, but it's going to kind of come along. Oh, sorry, wheat. Thank you. You served your purpose well. But that's going to create this general little area for us. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stalls in here, which I think is going to be pretty cool, if I do say so myself. Yeah, so something like that, and this one can be just slightly larger, for that can be like our special horse or something. But anyways, and then out in this area, I'm going to bring some fences in and just kind of do a general fence around this whole area so we can actually have the horses kind of running loose, more or less. And this will be just one of our first stables that we do. I do want to do a few of these in the area, seeing as we kind of have more of a general idea of what it's going to look like. So I think it's going to be kind of cool to have a few of them mixed in here, and I thought this would be a cool spot to kind of bring in some dirt and turn it into a nice little grassy, marshy area with some reeds and stuff along the edge where the horses can kind of like go out to the water, get a little sip here and there, and yeah, just kind of coexist in this cool little area. Alright, so small change of plans here, guys. We're gonna actually go ahead and do a sandstone outer wall to this guy right here, and then on the inside it'll have that wood to it, because I wanted this area to have some sort of like strength from the outside of it. We can put some windows with like fences and whatnot back here in this side, but I'm gonna put this, is gonna be a little bit of an overhang right here, probably honestly right at that height, so it just continues straight across. And we can go ahead from there and kind of copy that right over here. But what we can do, where are the oak slabs? Bring these guys right here. And that creates a little bit of a walkway for us from one building to the other. And I might go ahead and do that here too, now that I'm thinking about it, is going ahead and using this to actually create our little bit of stable areas, which kind of gives us a cool, more or less shape to this whole, that's not an axe, that's a pickaxe. And we got that cool, yeah, I like this. I like this a lot more. I think it's a good idea. We're able to mix in some woods and stone, or the sandstone together here. I'm gonna come back in and go ahead and put in some like fences and stuff to round this out right here, because it looks a little weird as is. But that's kind of the general idea of where we're going with this. We still got to do a lot of actual building here. That's kind of the general idea. All right, we've got a little bit of an update here now too, is we've got our kind of general stable stalls here actually in place, and these are just trapdoors that we can drop down there, and it really gives kind of a cool little look. Instead of using the fence gates, I think this is a lot better, and it gives a lot more depth to the build itself, instead of the fence gates kind of sitting there in the middle and you have to open up both of them. Granted, we still have to open up both of these, but I don't know, I just think it's kind of cool to be able to have that kind of as a straight door, and it feels more like a barn door itself than, say, like what we had before, or what we could have done otherwise with the fence gates and whatnot. Also, beyond that, we can give that guy, he can not be halfway in the ground now. I went ahead and lowered the whole area down by a little bit, just because I feel like it gives us a lot more depth opportunity in here. And one thing I really want to start working on is actually adding in more depth into our whole area, because I feel like a lot of the builds are kind of all on similar planes. Like if you look over here, this whole area right here, like we got that little bridge that comes up a half slab, but so far the rest of this is all on literally the same level. And one thing I find extremely interesting is when builds go up and down and like the elevation changes. There's a witch around here somewhere, but anyways, but like how the elevation changes back and forth depending on what's going on, and how it can have it kind of come down into this little area right here, which then will come out into a bunch of dirt and whatnot in here. I just got to get all that in place, but I think it's going to look really, really nice once we can figure that out. And we got to also go ahead and get the top of the building placed on itself and everything. So I'm going to keep working on this, guys, and I will be back with you guys again in just a few minutes. So we got the general shape going on here now, guys. I'm really, really liking this. We got, oh, I thought that was a creeper, but that is my horse. I got the second floor added up here, and we've got some cool stuff going. Let me craft up some ladders real quick so we can figure out exactly what I wanted to show you guys up there when we got there, just so we can have it. You guys might have an idea of what we're going to be doing with the ladders. But so we got this nice little entry area that's going to go up to our second floor, and we got to still do a lot of interior work and things on this guy. But I want to go ahead and add this up here, and now we can actually get fully up to the roof. And then what I wanted to do from this guy was, I guess we can keep these, is actually create a little bit of a covered area right here. with some wool and or carpets and string and whatnot. So we have like this little third floor area to kind of sit down and hang out. And for now, let's just go ahead and throw like a stair up here as like a chair or something. Just kind of so we can have something up here, you know, just so there's actually like a reason to come up to the roof. Maybe he has like a little table out here too that he's just chilling. Somewhere to sit and read and watch the world go by in their nice little corner of the stables. And then with the rest of these fences, I want to go ahead and see if we can't line all this stuff up here. It looks like we have a few more than we actually need, which is perfect. And yeah, you can still fall off the sides of these, but I like this little look that we got going on here. And with the rest of these guys, let's go ahead and throw them in the windows and whatnot, because we got to get something. Sorry if there's some background noise. I think there's like a Harley Davidson convention going on in downtown or something like that, because there's been so many Harleys driving by today. It's been insane with how many like loud motorcycles are driving by for no apparent reason. And it's just super, super noisy the entire time, which is a little bit of a bummer, but you know, we're working through it. All right, in here, I want to go ahead and add in a window right there. That is not going to be a window because that is into a tree. That's not good. All right, so I guess that one won't have a window on it. We'll do, because these guys have a lot of air coming from the front side because it's all open air, duh. We can leave all these down, and I'm going to go ahead and do that too. And we can throw those guys in there like that, which is just fine. Can we get that block back? Thank you. Thank you very much. And yeah, so that's kind of the general shape of it. I gotta get some more detailing and stuff done with the buttons and whatnot, like we usually do. Just kind of bringing them across. Let's do them two apart. We lost our button. There's our button. It looks like a little like chisel bit or something. So we can do that and then bring this over here. Actually, no, let's do that, and then we can take that one off, and that'll be good. That's a nice little shape right there. Yeah, I like that. Kind of randomized, but there's still a pattern to it, so it works out. It's kind of the goal we're going for with this guy, which is going to be pretty cool. So we do that and that instead. I think that looks a little bit better. And we use quite a few less buttons. Yep, perfect. Let's do that guy. And we can come over to this side and do something like that and something like that. And then here we can go ahead and throw in another two. It looks weird if you put just one button, because then it looks out of place. But if you put the second one in, it looks much, much better. Is that sand? I think that's sand. Yes, it is. Get out of here, sand. We don't want you. We don't want those either. And yeah, so this is pretty much where it's looking right now. I'm gonna go ahead and get a lot of this work in, kind of putting the floor in and everything. We can go from there and kind of get a lot more stuff done on here. So next time you guys see this, we'll probably have quite a bit more done. Guys, I did a thing. I did a thing. In-game and out of game. All right, well, anyways, first in-game, we have the stables pretty much finished up, besides getting actual horses and things inside of them, which is pretty cool. Out of game, though, I figured out how to actually have OBS record audio to multiple channels. So the microphone records to one, the game sounds record to another, which means overall better quality for you guys, which I think is going to be really, really cool once I actually figure out how to do some real audio editing besides just eliminating noise. So let me know, looking forward to in the next few videos of what you guys think is better, worse, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to be doing a lot of messing with the audio now that I actually can. Yay! So that's going to be really fun. So I went with a red and white theme for the roof designs up here. We got a simple little carpet roof up there. On that's pretty high raised up. Up there is another higher one. But in this area, we got some grass. It kind of goes from the path area right here where they can walk back and forth. Then it moves out into this area where we're going to have some reeds and sugarcane and random little life things growing up. And the grass kind of barely comes to the inside, but the horses I figure would be eating most of it, so we won't have a whole lot of it. And I've decided that I need to go ahead and get some horses and things. So before next episode, that'll be done for sure. But we got this little stuff in here. This little room in here has some storagey type things in it. Nothing really finished up yet. And then out here, I threw in a random flower. We got some storage. The path is all the way set up, lining up with the building and whatnot. Then we can wander up top here, and we got some cool stuff going on up here. We got a nice little outcropping area. We still need to come back in and actually decorate this with some like chairs and things and other boxes and whatnot. just kind of a place where they can watch their horses, look over everything going on. They have a great front row view of the palace, which is hopefully going to be pretty magnificent when it's finished off, so that'd be kind of cool, you know. And then over here there's another route going up to the top up here. Really, really cool. And yeah, but guys, this is gonna do it for today's episode. We got a lot done. It's taken me a while. I'm a little slow this week as far as getting episodes out. Ooh, sorry, that's a little weird right there. I've been having a lot of real life stuff going on. Everything's good though, so we'll get back into the rhythm of things here real soon. But yeah, so that's going to do it for today. Remember to hit that like, that is very dark down there. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button down below if you guys did enjoy this video. And let me know in the comments what you guys think. And again, please let me know if the audio is going to be improving over these next few episodes. I'll remind you guys on those. But as always, guys, I will see you in the next episode.